Oh, it's a cheerful one for the holidays. Ah. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. If you are coming back, thank you. Welcome back. If you are new here, click the subscribe. And now the goofy plea, NPR style plea, over with. Let's get down to some kind of serious business. Obviously, I haven't posted much content lately other than recordings of my live streams, and I haven't done that in a while either. The last couple of months have been a lot with a capital case and a trademark emoji. There's some stuff going on in the news right now that I wanted to circle back about. Back at the end of June, I posted this video. In it, I talked about Greg Abbott, Ken Paxton, and Dan Patrick. And good old Kenny P is back in the news, and I wanted to just touch on that a little bit. I don't know if you've heard, there is a woman here in Texas named Kate Cox who is hopefully no longer, but was pregnant, and the pregnancy turned out to be not viable. And she sued for basically permission to have the pregnancy terminated, and a judge did grant her the permission to do so. And then Ken Paxton turned around and stayed the order. And oof, she has since fled the state. My heart goes out to her, because what is already just an absolutely devastating and brutal experience has now become something on the national stage, and probably international as well, given the way Texas law kind of reverberates, if you will. Ultimately, it feels like the cruelty is the point. And Ken Paxton and his office have done this before. Let's get in the TARDIS and go back to 2021. 2021, there was a prison guard at a state prison in Abilene, Texas, by the name of Salia Issa. And Ms. Issa was 7 months pregnant. And she began feeling pain. And what she was concerned were contractions. And her supervisor did not let her go. It took her 2 hours to get to the emergency room, and the baby did not survive. And doctors said that they think had she gotten to the ER faster, sooner, then her baby might have survived. And I don't know how knowledgeable you are about pregnancy or stuff like that, but a baby born at 7 months is very early, but can still survive. That's a baby that gets put in an incubator, that gets put in the NICU. I'm sure that you see plenty of people walking around who were born at 7 months. You might have been born at 7 months. According to good old Kenny P, good old Ken Paxton, so the Ms. Issa's lawyers are arguing that the state, quote, caused the death of their child by violating state and federal laws as well as the U.S. Constitution, and they are seeking money to cover medical expenses and funeral expenses and to compensate for pain and suffering. Entirely reasonable. However, Ken Paxton, the state attorney general, who was indicted, impeached, acquitted, reinstated, said just because several statutes define an individual to include an unborn child does not mean that the 14th Amendment does the same. This means that on the one hand, Paxton has insisted on defining unborn children as legally separate entities, and that their personhood should be recognized from the point of fertilization, which is just incomprehensible, both literally and figuratively, because you can't know when a fertilization happened, usually. According to the statement from Paxton, although it has traditionally referred to all stages of pregnancy from fertilized egg to birth as an unborn child, the state repeatedly referred to Issa's stillborn baby as a fetus in legal briefings. This is from an article from August in the Texas Tribune. I probably editing Jill probably put stuff up here, but I will put the link in the thing, because we're all doing citations these days. Citations. Side note, after watching the whole James Somerton business, I look back at some of my videos where I felt like I had done a decent job of citing, and I'm like, oh God, I did not. But I also did not represent myself as the be-all and end-all of queer film theory. P.S. to Somerton, I saw Celluloid Closet when I was 17, my friend. No. All right. So off that soapbox, back onto the original soapbox. Honestly, I hope that Ms. Cox and Miss Issa get in touch with each other, because I feel like they have some stuff in common. Stories about those women aside. This is so much what the kinds of things I was worried about. Ken Paxtoning as hard as he can. I'm not surprised, but I am still disappointed in it. Every person who said, oh, they're not going to turn over Roe. Oh, if they turn over Roe, there will be... Anyway, so Ken Paxton has just, as always, made a giant hypocrite of himself. And now there are 2 women who have lost children because of it. And I'm sure countless others that did not make it to the newspapers. We are about to go into primary season for the 2024 presidential election. And I'm scared, because trust in journalism is at an all-time low, and for very good reasons. Trust in the idea of a second Biden administration is at an all-time low for obvious reasons. If you don't know what those obvious reasons are, we're still funding all that bombing in Gaza. We're still supplying the bombs, and I understand why there are many people who are like, he's not getting my vote until he ends this, and possibly not even after, or ends support for this, and possibly not even after. Like, that's an argument ender, because there's no, I can't disagree with that. You know what I mean? I am very, very scared that the combination of misinformation and low information and the DNC fumbling the bag and Biden fumbling the bag is going to end with a return to chaos. Like, I'm not gonna scold anybody for not wanting to vote for Biden, because I've seen that internet fight too many times. I'm tired. I'm not even gonna try. But it's scary and it's upsetting. And I don't see a world where we don't have hundreds more Celia Issas and Kate Coxes if we don't get some stuff back on track. I don't know how we do that, but that is a concern that I have. Yeah, I don't... Oh, it's a cheerful one for the holidays. I have to have hope that we get through this, but at this juncture, I don't quite know how. So, yeah, get in the comments. Get in the comments. We need to let them know that the sacrifices of women like Kate Cox and Celia Issa will not be in vain. We cannot let this shit slide. And this is just like one thing in a like phalanx of things where we're letting stuff slide that shouldn't. And everyone's gonna have their own, you know, pet things. Everyone's gonna have their own Rubicons, I guess. But thank you for watching this. If you liked it, give it a like, share it with your friends. Hoping for more content in the new year. I hope everyone has a safe and happy and lovely holiday, whichever holiday or holidays you're celebrating. Yeah.